and you with me.
Today at 5:15, David Hasselhoff is a man with a mysterious past who takes charge of a strange and powerful force.
Please, this car even talks.
Just give a little room to slide through.
A car with a mind of its own that knows just where it's going.
Hey, how'd you do that? I don't know. Nobody makes a fool out of me.
Knight Rider, the movie, today at 5:15 on Thames.
In a moment, we'll be going over to ITN for the international news and national weather forecast. After that, at an earlier time than usual, home and away, it's at 12:40.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
Hi, I'm Plenty.
But of course you are.
I'm Bambi. And I'm Thumper.
With the introductions taken care of, the business of saving the world carries on for 007.
Lean over.
Up against his evil foe, Blofeld. Diamonds Are Forever, tonight at 8:30 on Thames.
Dear Lizzie, Holland's weaved a spell. It's bewitched us with Floriade, the world's biggest flower show. Amsterdam's enchanted us, hypnotized us with its history, captivated us with its cuisine. It's even worked its magic on Colin.
An Amsterdam short break. Go Holland with Olau.
Can Miss Lenore user really tell Lenore from this other conditioner? Catherine and Harriet are going to test her. Can she tell which conditioner is which simply by feeling the kind of softness they give? What she picked out so far, they're all blue. That's Lenore. Looks like the girls are trying to confuse her, though. But will they? Or can she still tell Lenore's rather special softness? Yes, she can. So no, they can't pull the wool over her eyes. Lenore, feel the softness. Feel the difference.
Entertainment this Bank Holiday Monday. The board game comes to life.
Look, I'm a trained soldier, not a murderer.
Murder? A woman in my position? Well, don't look at me. I couldn't hurt a fly.
Murder? For heaven's sake.
I'm a scientist, a creator. I couldn't commit murder.
Far too busy to be doing murder.
A new series of Cluedo, tonight at 7 on Thames.
This is Thames Television. It's 12:30 and we now go over to ITN.
The news from ITN. Los Angeles picks up the pieces and prepares to lift the curfew. There's been another death in the city. National Guardsmen shot a motorist who refused to stop. But the city's mayor says he's confident the situation is now under control, with thousands of soldiers and police on the streets. President Bush meets his cabinet later today to discuss a long-term solution to the crisis.
U.S. Marines were deployed on the streets of their own country as for the second day peace prevailed in Los Angeles. The soldiers battle-hardened in the Gulf. It was odd to be greeted as liberators by fellow citizens.
I didn't expect to be on U.S. soil doing this job ever.
They were still arresting looters and recovering some of their spoils. And the courts had to sit throughout the weekend to deal with the thousands arrested. They received little sympathy from the bench.
Cartels in somebody else's business where you had no business, helping yourself to somebody else's property. Now, I think 30 days is about as lenient as anybody could be.
Bail conditions were equally tough.
Bail $16,000.
In the ghettos, volunteers distributed food and clothing, which poured in by the lorry load, all of it individually donated.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I love it.
It's terrible what happened, but today it's kind of wonderful because everybody's pulling together and helping each other.
2 days ago, this part of Los Angeles was at war with itself. Today, they've come together from all sides in the community to try and rebuild. That process is already underway. Shops are reopening, businesses restocking. Kevin Dunn, ITN, Los Angeles.
Police in Northern Ireland are investigating the deaths of 3 members of the same family. A man, his wife and their teenage daughter were found shot dead in a house in Portavogie in County Down. Another daughter has been treated for minor gunshot wounds.
The shooting happened in the early hours. Police found the body of a 30-year-old woman on a settee in the sitting room. Her 18-year-old daughter was lying dead in the kitchen, and the woman's husband was found dead in another downstairs room. All 3 died from gunshot wounds. Another teenage daughter was injured, and a 14-year-old son ran to raise the alarm. Police say it was a domestic tragedy, and they weren't seeking to interview anyone else about the shooting. The teenage son had run from the house. He went to the harbour of the seaside village in County Down and asked the crew of a fishing boat for help. The family had moved to Portavogie from Belfast less than a year ago. A neighbour said nothing appeared to be wrong.
They kept themselves to themselves, but he was a very decent fella, very helpful, very kind sort of a guy.
But other friends and neighbours spoke of the couple having an unsettled and troubled marriage. The husband was English, and it's understood he's an ex-soldier. The family had lived on the UK mainland for a spell before moving back to Ulster. Andrew Simmons, ITN, County Down, Northern Ireland.
Teams of detectives have started combing a house in South London for more clues to the murders of Alison Manwaring and her father Matthew. Police have been searching the garden of the house since the dismembered bodies of the pair were found buried there on Saturday. A man's already been charged with kidnapping. Police say they're hunting at least 3 other people. The Yugoslav army has demanded the release of up to 100 soldiers seized in an overnight ambush by Bosnian forces. They're threatening to kill a captured Bosnian presidential bodyguard unless the soldiers are freed. A European community envoy described the army's mood as very, very tense. Harry Smith at ITN reports.
After a weekend of fierce fighting, much of the centre of Sarajevo is now a smouldering ruin. The streets are deserted, the people still living in fear of fresh fighting. An occasional United Nations patrol is almost the only sign of life. When the people do venture out, their anguish is all too clear.
We all need to be good neighbours. I have a wife who's ill, and I don't know what's happened to my grandchildren.
Yesterday afternoon, a brief chance of peace appeared. EC negotiator Colm Doyle seemed to have organised a deal offering a respite for the city. In return for handing over Bosnia's president, Izetbegovic, captured on Saturday, federal forces would be allowed to leave the city centre where they were trapped in their barracks. The deal's gone badly wrong. In the Yugoslav Second Army headquarters, troops prepared to leave, stripping the buildings of anything movable. But shortly after they left, the trucks were stopped by Bosnian forces, and up to 100 federal soldiers are believed to have been taken prisoner. And now the army is threatening to kill one of President Izetbegovic's bodyguards unless the soldiers are freed.
Public sector workers in Germany are stepping up their strike today with plans to shut down airports and halt goods trains. The unions are demanding a 9.5% pay rise. As the walkout spread, Chancellor Helmut Kohl is coming under increasing accusations of ineffectual leadership. Today's edition of the German newspaper Die Welt says the government will increase its pay offer within days. Here, arsonists have struck again at Wolverhampton Wanderers football ground. A firebomb was thrown into offices there in the early hours of this morning. Police are already investigating a fire on Saturday, which caused more than £100,000 worth of damage to a stand.
It's the 3rd attack on the club in as many weeks. This time an incendiary device was thrown through a window. The fire damaged an office beneath the Waterloo Road stand, but was put out by the fire brigade before it could spread.
Oh, look at this.
Club officials believe the same people are responsible for the attacks.
I can't think of any reason, but obviously there must be one. These people wouldn't be doing it for any other... They must be doing it for some reason. They must have a grudge against the club.
On Saturday, fire gutted part of the Waterloo Road stand, causing £100,000 worth of damage, and then shotgun cartridges were found on the pitch just before the match against Middlesbrough. Club officials are meeting police today to review security. They hope that video recordings from security cameras on site will give them some clues. But as they clear up after the latest attack, they remain baffled as to the motive. Anya Sitharam, ITN, Wolverhampton.
The Leeds United captain Gordon Strachan has been talking about the injury that's forced him to retire from international football. The news came hours after the Leeds team celebrated winning the league championship with a victory parade through the city.
After the heady celebrations of yesterday, it was back down to earth for the skipper of Leeds United this morning, watching son Craig turn out for Wetherby Athletic against Penal Sports A. His decision to quit international soccer came within hours of lifting the league trophy above the crowds in Leeds city centre, an old